All right, y'all. So the Drewsky, man. So this is gonna be the Drewsky's exit video, y'all. So I just kind of wanted to let you guys know that y'all know that Drew has put in his notice, and today's gonna be his last day. So I just kind of wanted to ask Drew a few questions that everybody's been coming in the comments and saying that, you know, why he's leaving and this and that, and, you know, just, you know, it's Ray's fault. It probably is some Ray's fault, but, you know, I mean, it is what it is. So with that being said, why are you leaving, Drew?
Man, it's the call, man. I gotta do it, man. Like you said, you know, I got a little boy, I gotta think about him, man. I got some Denny's coming up where I'm going, so, you know, like I said, it was a tough one, but, you know, I'm gonna miss you, Ray.
Yeah, I mean, I am too. And you guys, y'all know that Drew gave a notice. He's the only guy that's ever worked for me that actually gave me a notice. And then worked the notice too, y'all. I mean, he's been out here, and, you know, the last couple of days, you know, when he really didn't have to. So, you know,
I couldn't leave you hanging, man.
Right, I appreciate it, and I'm gonna make sure that that you compensated for that, you know. So so I know we haven't really talked about this, y'all, but about a year ago, me and Drew worked a deal out on a truck, okay? And Drew's been making payments on the truck, and this is how you can get it if you're a responsible person. You know, so he's been making payments to me on the truck, and we got it down. He got it down to $500. So because Drew has been so grown about the whole situation with, you know, going to the next phase of his life, really, and not burn a bridge and been responsible, what I'm going to do, I'm going to forgive the rest of the money that he owes on the truck.
Thank you, sir.
You know, so, and he didn't ask me that. He didn't. I volunteered that because I feel like that, you know, that it's worth something for guys that come out here and work in the heat and, you know, and try to pick up what's going on out here. And it's a lot, y'all. Everybody, it ain't as easy as you think it is it? It's really not.
No, it's you know, it's people, man. You got to try to keep everybody happy, and, you know. And
it's hot, man, and it makes people just crazy, y'all.
But I will say though, your yards are good. You weeded out bad eggs, so.
But we're just trying to show you young guys how you're supposed to quit a job.
Hey,
y'all know
I ain't always quit them like this, man.
Yeah, me neither. So, you know, but that's just how you supposed. And for that, you know, I'm not gonna, you know, and if Drew needs a reference or anything like that, of course he can get that. If he needs to work on the weekends and make extra money in the future, he can. You know, it's really all about building relationships and not burning the bridges, you know. And then the truck thing, you know, that's just another little parting gift that he can. And, you know, he didn't have to come to work the last 2 days. I didn't have to forgive the money. So you see how that works? It works, you know, hand in hand, right?
That is really nice of him.
I mean, I appreciate you coming and coming to work and helping me get through this week, especially with Zach and all the crazy stuff he's doing. You know, you just never know. But I just kind of wanted to do a little video to show that me and Drew are in good space. Okay, me and Drew have been friends for a really long time. We've known each other for a really long time.
About 08, wasn't it?
Yeah, so we're not, you know, this is not the end of me seeing Drew. It probably won't be the end of you guys seeing Drew either, because I'll be doing work over there on the dam, on the bamboo and all that stuff. So y'all probably see Drew from time to time. But you need benefits, right?
Yeah. That's the thing, man. Like I said, I got a little boy, so, you know, got to think about him. So.
And, you know, also, you know, I'm a realist, y'all. You know, the consistency out here. It's hard to keep a guy busy in the wintertime out here, and Drew knows that's coming. I mean, let's just be real.
Yeah, and that's the thing.
You know, I mean, if it rains, we don't work. You know, and we've had a lot of rain this summer. So, and in the wintertime, I mean, I'm not really built hardly. I learned that last year. I'm not hardly built to keep nobody full time in the wintertime. You know, I'm really not.
I mean,
I'm a realist,
it is
dude.
what it is, man.
I mean, I'm not built. I mean, you know, I'm not built at this point in time for that. So,
but I mean, no, on a good note, though, I've learned a lot out here, man. I learned a lot more how to run a zero turn than the last crew I worked for. This one, I learned a lot. So, you know, not done with the lawn game, just taking a little break, man.
and the thinking process that goes behind everything. You know, from the outside looking in, people think to make top dollar that this is easy. And
You
really,
make it look easy.
yeah, well, because we've been doing it so long.
Yeah.
You know, I've been doing it a long time, but it's really not as easy as people think it is. You know, from everything from the equipment and being able to afford the equipment to, you know, the customers and weeding out, you know, like you said, the customers that are not so good. You know. But I'm gonna miss Drew. Yeah, I'm gonna miss that consistent nature, and I know Drew's gonna miss being out here for a minute because, like you said, he's going.
Oh, I am. I'm going to a hot spot.
Yeah, I don't know if he's going from the frying pan to the skillet or vice versa. But
yeah.
it probably ain't gonna be much different as far as heat wise go. You know, it might even be hotter in a lot of situations. Definitely gonna be longer hours. You know, so
It is going to be longer hours.
that's gonna be something that, you know, that he'll have to get used to, and he can, you know. I mean, you know, everybody does it. But you know, I never expect guys to come out here as a hardcore career move.
Well, you know, this is the only job I think I've ever had I didn't work 10-hour shifts. I usually work Monday through Friday 10s. So this to me, man, I mean, this is a good, I hate that I'm leaving it, really, like if we can swing it, but you know, I just got too much going on, man.
And another thing too, y'all, I know a lot of guys come in the comments and y'all are always talking about, you know, y'all should work longer. Y'all should work longer. I don't want to work any longer out here in the heat. Do you? I mean, I'm just saying, is working straight from like 8:30, 9 o'clock to 2 about
pretty good
where
day.
you need to be?
Yeah.
You know, I mean, because anytime you get past 2 out here eating lunch and shit, the production goes way down, y'all. I mean, it does.
It does.
It does. So, yeah, if you're making $10 an hour, you know, of course the owner of the landscape company is going to buy you lunch. You know what I'm saying? He's going to buy you lunch. You don't care how sorry you are. He's got 5 of y'all on a $50 property. I mean, you know, see, working out here with me, I'm trying to give 1 guy or 2 guys all the money that you would normally give 3 or 4 guys. So that's another reason, because I'm steady catching flack, dude, about, you know, about the hours that we work. That's another thing. Y'all should work longer hours, man, so those guys can make a lot more money. Well, I don't know that we could work longer hours and make any more money, because I don't know that the production would be enough to I don't know, you know.
Well, what would happen is you would just be crammed up short. If we'd have a shorter week, if we worked daylight to dark, we'd just get it all done in 3 or 4 days. You know, that would be that would be a benefit, I guess. That would be it. But I mean, that's all you got.
But then you would be burned out.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean, after 3 days of 12-hour days out here, ain't nobody coming back the 4th day, the 5th day, and then they ain't looking forward to the next week either. You got to kind of, to me, man, and I might be wrong, but I ain't got no business degree. You know, I'm learning as I go too. You know what I'm saying? I'm learning how to deal with employees. I'm learning how to deal with customers. I'm learning how to, you know, manage our time. I mean, it's all a big learning process for me. You know, so you know, I'm just thinking common sense. You know, when I used to work for somebody, and they worked till 6 or 7 o'clock, you know, and I'm like, damn, man, I go home, eat dinner, and I'm back at work. My whole life is work.
Yep.
You know. And, you know, I'm trying to not do that, you know, for me and for the guys that work for me, man. Because usually the guys that work for me are not out here any longer than me. You know, it's you know, as far as time, hours per day, you know, usually about, what, 5 or 6 hours of working a day?
Yeah,
something like that. But we don't take no lunch. And we could take a lunch. Sound like Drew need lunch. We could take a lunch.
You heard that, ain't
Yeah, we could take a lunch, but then what?
I've been taking them over there when I do the veranda, man. I've been going across the street there to get me a pizza. I do like slice of pizza for lunch.
Yeah, man. Especially when you ain't gotta worry about parking or nothing. Just walk across the street, you know.
Yeah.
But I kind of just wanted to do a little exit video for the Drewsky, because he's done a lot for the business, and he's helped take the load off my shoulders on a lot of these jobs. and I wanted to show Drew that hey, you know, you ain't burning a bridge here. So, you know, and I ain't gonna get all mushy-wishy with Drewsky, because me and Drew know where we at. You know, we know where we stand, and we know that we gonna remain friends. So, you know, it's not like, you know, this is the end of me and Drew's relationship, and he's not leaving on a bad note either. He could have, though.
I could have.
You could have said, "Screw you, man. I'm done."
Now they wanted me to start that day, man, but I told them I had to give you a notice, man. I couldn't leave you hanging like that, man.
And say, and that pays dividends for you. You know,
couldn't leave you hanging.
That pays dividends.
It's the right thing to do.
So, all right, y'all. I'll kick back. See ya. The little exit video with Drew by now, and you know, again, the Drewskys solid. So, you know, and I know I gave him a hard time out there, but that's because I give a damn about him, you know. So, and maybe, you know, moving forward, man, I'll be a little bit easier on what I put, you know, out on video with guys that work for me, man, you know, because, you know, I don't really feel bad about it, but I think there might have been, you know, better ways to handle some of the stuff, you know. And I'm never above looking in the mirror, never. I mean, I know sometimes it seems like I am, but I might act like I am, but know this: I'm never, you know, think that I'm too good to look in the mirror, that I'm too right to be able to reflect. Because whenever something like this happens in a business, in life, in anything, where, you know, somebody moves on, you have to always ask yourself, what could I have done to make it different, right? And, you know, that's where I'm at. And I ask myself that on every front, not only with Drew, but with, you know, with everything. When it's something that is, you know, that affects a lot, you know. I always ask myself, you know, what could I have done different to keep Drew on board? What could I have done different to keep that job and not lose money on that job? What could I have done different, you know, and so on. And if you're not willing to ask yourself that when things happen, then you're probably never going to get any better than where you are right now, you know. So moving forward, I learned a lot. Drew learned a lot. I learned a lot. Moving forward, I learned that, you know, maybe I don't have to put, you know, the guys on blast so hard on YouTube. Maybe maybe that's wrong of me to do that, man, you know. Even if it is true, and even if it is not a lie, and even if it is, you know, the truth. But I can do better, you know. And I was just trying to really get the point across to Drew that we can do better. He can do better. He got to do better. And, you know, sometimes, you know, getting the point across is not the best in the grand scheme of things. Now, I don't think Drew quit because I put it on blast on YouTube. I don't think he quit for that, you know. But it might have contributed to it, to be honest. You know, you know, and like y'all heard him say, you know, there's things that he needs that I can't give him. You know, I mean, there are, and I get it, man. I'm not, you know, immune to that. But moving forward, I'm gonna really self-analyze the way I portray the guys on YouTube in certain, you know, in certain areas. Now, if you're a no call, no show, you're just an idiot, and then I'm upset. I'm gonna put that on there. But if you are slipping up on the jobs, then I might not put you on blast so hard, you know, because especially when you're doing everything else correctly. You're showing up on time every day. You're willing to do whatever I need you to do. And you're not getting any complaints. See, I took all that stuff for granted with Drew, you know, and I'm realizing right now, you know, in the last day or so, that that's all going to be gone. And then I'm asking myself, what could I have done to make things different? So, you know, if the job don't work out with Drew, then, you know, Drew can come back. You know, we'll figure something out, man. You know, I always got a place for guys that are accountable. Always, man. I'll make room for them. Do whatever I got to do. But, yeah. All right, guys. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. So it's, what's today? Today's Wednesday morning, man. So, yeah. I left a little bit early today. 7:25. I'm leaving at 7:25 today, y'all. So, because you know I gotta make up for not having the other guy out here. It's all good, man. You know, continuously doing what I gotta do, man, to keep things rolling, y'all. On the continuous, man. This don't never end. It never stops. It's you know, So yeah, I appreciate the comments last night. So a couple of them I wanted to address this morning. I got to remind myself, man, because I have so many moving parts. Yeah, and there's something going on with the battery in the white truck that Drew drives. So I'm gonna have to address that. But you know, I don't know what's going on with it. It could be something as simple as a freaking connection, man. What else I got going? So I got a pretty big list today, and I got a 40-minute head start, so I'm good. Because I can do two properties. I can do two of these properties in 40 minutes. I'm trying to figure out a way to minimize the labor, y'all. Y'all know that. So, you know, I feel pretty good though. You know, yesterday was what it was, and all that there. Me and the Drewsky got a pretty good bit done yesterday, really. You know, so. But ain't got no time to waste, man. Ain't no room for error, man, you know. There was one thing I was going to mention as I was reading some of the comments last night. So one guy was asking me, y'all, if there, you know, do I have too many properties for me to do solo? Yes, I think I do. I mean, I don't know that for a 100. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I do. Yeah. I could probably drop maybe 20 or so, and then I could probably run solo. But it would be a long day every day, and there wouldn't be no room for error. I probably have to drop about probably around 40 though to really make it comfy. See, one thing that one guy in the comment was talking about is, you know, just pay the guys, you know, $15 an hour or $20 an hour, and you know, get, you know, and have enough properties for that work. But see, the thing about it is, if you fill it up like that to where you're working guys 40 hours a week, what happens? What do you do when one of them quits? You see, then you're set up for I mean, you know, not much. I mean, you ain't no better off than what I am right now. You know, I mean, you know, I try not to have too many I try to have enough properties to keep the guys busy, but also have enough properties where if it rains 3 days, we're not killing ourselves. I mean, we're not, you know, way behind or whatever. So, you know, there's a balance there, man, and, you know, I'm going to have to find the balance, man. Mike Andes did a video the other day over some stuff, you know, employees, and maybe I'll put a link in the video to what, but it was really, you know, he went over when a guy started for him, and the guy was playing on his phone and all that, and then the guy, you know, 4 years later, the guy is now he's starting his own franchise in another state. So, you know, and that guy, he basically grew up, you know, when he first, you know, Mike was talking about in the video where, you know, he was on the verge of getting fired a couple times in the very beginning, but now 4 years later, you know, he's a responsible employee, you know, and I know Mike Andes don't pay any more than I pay. I know they don't, and I know the cost of living up where Mike Andes lives is a lot more than me down here where I live at. I mean, all these are factors in what you pay guys, you know, and what you can charge your customer, you know. But, you know, one guy coming to comment talking about, you know, you need to figure out how to keep employees. Well, I mean, I mean, what employees do I go through? It ain't like I just been through a whole slew of guys. You know, Drew's been out here for a year, and before that, you know, I had, you know, in the last 5 years, I probably had 4 guys, three or 4 guys, and yeah, it ain't like I'm going through 5 guys a season. You know, Zach had some personal issues a few years ago, so he couldn't work out here, and then y'all know Bo's situation. And I did have that one guy, you know, I've had a couple of guys work out here for a week, you know, 2 weeks, but I don't even consider that. I mean, I don't even put them on the payroll for that. I mean, if you only out here a week, I 1099 them guys, you know. I mean, I do. My accountant says I can, as long as it's under $600. So, you know, a guy come out here and work, you know, 3 or 4 days and quit because that ain't my fault. That's his fault, or just the circumstances of the heat. Mostly it's the heat, and you know, and their kids, and they never really had a job where they had to, you know, stick and move and all that there. So, you know, it's something to think about when you come in the comments, you know, and talking about, well, man, you got to figure out a way to keep employees. There ain't nothing I can do more than what I'm doing to keep employees. The only thing that I see that I could probably do better, well, a couple things. And one of those is, and you'll notice what you'll notice that the things that I'm finna say they ain't got nothing to do with the money. One of the things that I can do is I can pay them a straight wage, you know, a salary or a straight wage. Another thing I can do is not blast them on YouTube. I mean, that you know, I don't know if that was the deciding factor on Drew quitting, but it could have been, you know. I don't know. I mean, I don't know, you know. But as far as me, one guy coming in the comments and ridiculous, dude. He's saying, well, Spencer's Lawn Care and you know, Blades of Grass and a couple of the other YouTube guys that are legit, you know, he's saying that they don't have problems with employees. I mean, they don't ever have a problem keeping employees. And I'm like, and you know, and he was telling me that, you know, offer me insurance and all this. I guarantee you that none of them, and I might be wrong, and somebody let me know, man. And if any of you guys are watching, any of you other YouTube guys are watching, y'all let me know. You know, he said, you know, I would be willing to bet that Spencer ain't paying no medical insurance for no employee, and neither is Clemens, and neither is Blades of Grass, and neither is Brian's Lawn Maintenance. I guarantee ain't none of them paying no better than I pay. I guarantee it. Because I know the numbers out here, dude. You can't pay an employee $80,000 a year when you're cutting $200,000 worth of work. So, you know, I mean, I will be willing to bet. Now, I might be wrong, and hey, I've been wrong before. I might be wrong. It might be. They all might offer medical insurance, but I know what medical insurance costs. You know, my wife's job pays for some of her medical insurance, and we're still paying about $1,000 a month. These facts. I mean, that's a fact. You think I'm going to pay an additional $1,000 a month and I don't even know that I could get it for that. It'd be more than that because of the fact that number one, the employees, they can't make it on what they getting now. They could be getting $25 an hour and they can't make it on that. So I guarantee you that Spencer's and all those guys, they have their issues with labor. I guarantee it. They're just not showing it quite as hardcore as me, man. I mean, at the end of the day, you know, they're not. So, you know, just go throw that out there, man. I mean, I don't even, some of the comments this guy makes is just ridiculous, dude. You know, come to work consistently for a season, and maybe we can now talk about some perks. But when you can't show up for a month straight without missing a day or without a no call, no show, I ain't doing nothing for you, man. Not nothing. Zero. Just saying, man. All right, y'all. When it rains, it pours, man. So Drew got over to a job, and the damn battery on the truck, on the white truck, I don't know what's wrong with it. The white truck didn't want to start. So, yeah. It's always something, y'all. This shit don't ever end, man. Never end, man. So I'm going to buy a battery over at well, hell, they got one small yard they're gonna do real quick, and Drew's just thinking he's just gonna leave the truck running. So of course, you know, the truck only has a quarter tank of gas. It's just so much, man. It's just so much, dude. You know. But I had to jump him off, get him going. I got the old dump trailer battery that I'm gonna use as a core. So, you know, yeah, man. This put us an hour behind. It just don't ever end, man. I mean, it just seems like there's always something that ain't positive. It just seems like it. Always something that ain't positive. I got done with those three. I was headed to the fourth one when Drew called me, and you know, it is what it is, man. It's the kind of thing that we just. So Drew, and he didn't do anything. It ain't his fault. It's the battery of the truck. So you know, it just, I don't know, man. It just doesn't seem. I just can't seem to catch a break, y'all. You know, just can't seem to catch a break, man. Zach ain't out here today. Well, you know, I kind of got an unwritten rule, man, that, you know, if you lay out or call at 9 or 8:30 and tell, you know, if you don't tell me that you're not coming to work, then, and you don't work that day, then I'm probably not going to let you work tomorrow, which is today for Zach. Now, if Zach wants to come back to work tomorrow, he can. He may not. He may quit, you know, and that's okay. You know, whatever got to happen, going to happen. I got some feelers out for some more help too, so, you know, we get through this week, then I'll be looking pretty good, man, and I'll be able to I'll be able to do something, you know. So I'm hoping that that truck don't run out of fuel, you know, or overheat while it's sitting there running. I mean, just all kind of stuff that can happen, man. It's like the things that can happen are freaking endless. Battery probably gonna cost $150, man. You know? So yeah. But yeah, I kind of got an unwritten rule, man, that if you miss one day without any notification or anything, that you automatically miss 2 days and charge you $20. I don't know if that's right or wrong. A lot of people might say that that's illegal or whatever. That's the agreement that I have with the guys that work for me. So everybody knows that. You know, you don't stand me up like that and then benefit from it. And offering Drew more money, that ain't gonna do it either. You know, because the job that Drew's going back to the warehouse work. That's where he worked at before he started working out here. So the job that Drew is going back to probably doesn't pay any more than I'm paying. I'd be willing to bet that. But what he's going to get consistency. A lot more consistency than what he's been able to get with me. That's just the truth. I'm in a little bit of a funk right now because I'm having to, you know, getting hit on both ends. You know, I'm getting hit on our timing, and I'm going to get hit financially too, you know. But, you know, you can't worry about all that. You just got to spin and keep going. Spin and keep going. It's the only thing I can do. So, of course, I hope they got a battery that'll fit. I hope they got a battery that's, yeah. I mean, my luck, y'all. I ain't got great luck. I'm just saying, you know. All right, y'all. So I got the battery. And that's after the core. I mean, shit's expensive, dude. But you gotta have these kind of things. You gotta have. So, you know, main thing is not holding the day up. More important than anything. It's a process getting a freaking battery, dude. I mean, I don't understand why I can't. When you go up into these stores and you're buying stuff, they want your phone number, your email address, and all this shit, man. I can't stand that crap, dude. Just let me buy what the hell I'm picking up, man. Got me filling out forms and shit, man. You know, just stupid, man. Whatever happened to pick out what you want, pay for it, and go on about your business. I mean, everybody wants your email, your phone number, and then if you don't give it, if you refuse to give it to them, then they look at you like you're crazy, you know. All right, y'all. Man, what a day, y'all. Man, that damn battery in that truck. Oh man, I had to change it on the fly. Y'all know what it is, man. It's Sammy time. Wednesday, y'all. See ya.